Welcome to Comcast Center for today's Terrapin Classic game.
I love playing in tournaments. I think it definitely prepares you for the ACC tournament, your conference tournament when you got to play, back-to-back days, 2 games, 3 games in a row. Obviously the NCAA tournament, you play, 2 games over the course of 4 days. So just, getting your team, it's a different mentality of how you have to prepare and your scouting reports. So just a lot of different elements to prepare us for.
It's just great to, after having a couple weeks off and just to get back and get the rust off. And I think we came out and we played hard, and it didn't look like we've been resting.
The big fat heads, they're like this big, and they're of the players and they all look beautiful. And my sister's, her hair's down, so I didn't actually recognize her at first. I couldn't pick her out of the lineup, but not very hard to spot her once you find her, but I get all excited when I see her.
I think they're gorgeous. They're the best pictures I've seen. It shows the support for the school, and of course I like Hades.
My daughter? Yeah, looks like her. Oh, they're into the game. They're cheering and they're being happy, which is good for the girls. Shows their support.
I mean, I like mine, but I like locating it. I think that's the best part of the game is being able to find your own, and then be able to find other teammates. And then I normally point them out to other teammates when I see theirs. Like, there go your fat head, there go your head. So it's just fun for us. I just like it. It's funny. She had a picture I took when I first had mine. I found mine last year because I had ours in the Elite 8 game when we played Texas A&M, and I found it last year. I took a picture and put it on Instagram. So I think if I could, I would walk around with it right in front of my face and just play around with it.
I love them because we get to see everybody, and I think the fans really get into it, and they're always holding them up and celebrating with them. So I think it's a great thing.
I think I look good. I think it's a good picture of me.
Oh, the fat head signs. I want to say that picture is probably from my sophomore year. I don't know. When I look in the stands, I see my big old head in the stands just floating around. So I kind of think of that as being funny.
I really like seeing the players. When I see those different elements, when I go back and watch a game, televised game, and I can see those in the stands, I think it's a pretty cool element.
Usually when you get the little kids and they dance, they should win the Buffalo Wild Wings gift card because that's really cute. Sequoia's is probably the best picture. She's adorable. And I think Lexi could be a model. So you put all those girls together, we have a really attractive team.
What are your plans after high school? I'm going to play basketball on a scholarship at the University of Maryland next year.
My name is Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. I'm a shooting guard, wing player, slasher from the University of Maryland, and I'm from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania.
Well, when she came to us in junior high school, and it's kind of just a kid that's faster with the ball than without at times, and what makes her special is she's very unselfish. A kid that is happy that her teammates score, not so much that she has to score. She wants to see everyone enjoy being part of that team and enjoy the experience along with her as we progressed. And as she grew, not only personally but also athletically, that transferred over to the high school team and became infectious with the other kids on the team.
The one thing I do tell people, my first thing is it's a home away from home. They made me feel like I was a part of the team. Wasn't even I just felt welcome. I just felt like it was genuine. When I would play in high school, coaches would come. I would see assistant here, but the thing that stood out to me was Coach Freeze was coming. I mean, Coach Agnes and Coach Langley would come too, but Coach Freeze was coming. It was Brenda Freeze at my high school games, not just assistants. And I appreciated the fact that coaches were coming to see me play, but the fact that Maryland's head coach was coming to see me play just showed a little bit okay, maybe they do really want me.
Shatori, we were really fortunate. She came to our elite camp and was the best player in our camp and was really only here for one of the 2 days of our elite camp. And you know, obviously extremely talented, you know, gifted beyond, you know, when you talk about her athleticism, her speed, you know, her ability to score, to slash, to shoot the three, to defend is really exciting. And, you know, Shatori's you know, a player that hasn't spent, you know, just the time playing basketball. You know, she also, you know, played volleyball, ran, you know, did track, and excelled in every sport that she played.
When I wanted to play 3 sports, people told me it would basically be like I wouldn't be able to do it because like basketball, like they all kind of combine into each other. When volleyball playoffs started, basketball like conditioning was starting, and so like in school would start at 7. I would go till 3. Volleyball practice started at 3. It went from 3 to 5. Basketball started at 6, so I would stay that hour and go to basketball from 6 to 8. So I wouldn't leave school until like 9 o'clock at night from like that day, and that was like at least 3 days a week. Yeah, I feel like it's easy to play 3 sports, but I don't think it's easy to be like I wanted to be like just great at all of them, and that kind of like it was kind of tough at sometimes because it was kind of like I was never ever taking a break, but I hate being bored, so it wasn't really that hard for me because I like to be active. Like I knew I was gonna play basketball in college, but like volleyball, like I would stay after practice. Like I wanted to be the best volleyball player there was, even though I knew I was not gonna play. And like my volleyball coach was kind of mad because like he would say like, well, I don't want you to get hurt playing pickup at basketball, and we need you. I mean, it's like championship games about to come up, playoffs is about to get like crucial. And so, but I love basketball, so I wasn't gonna miss practice.
Each sport lends to each other in certain ways. You know, jumping in volleyball helps with basketball skills as well as in track. You know, she was a long jump person and a triple jump. So all 3 sports kind of played an integral part in her development as an athlete to this stage.
You set a record today, beating it by almost 6 inches. The last record was 13 feet 1 inch, and you had a jump of 19.2.
I was a long jump and triple jumper. I watched the people run. Like the coaches would say, well, you were a track star. I was like, no. I watched people run. I was not a runner. I like probably track the most. Well, I wouldn't say I like track the most. I just like getting the medals. Like I was very, like if I knew we were getting a medal, was I gonna try and kill someone to get that medal? I just like to win.
She's a perfectionist in everything she does. She's a kid that whether you're playing checkers or whatever it is, she doesn't want to lose.
I am not a good loser. And because I didn't have any siblings, me and my mom would play my board games together. I would just, you know, flip the board over, throw my Game Boy, snap my Game Boy. Yeah, she stopped playing games with me. She was like, if you're gonna do that, I'm just not even gonna bother. There's no point. Yeah, my mom raised me by herself. It was just her and me in the household. And she is not an athlete. She's not, like, I would have her rebound for me, and she's like, honest, I would just be like, okay, I'll just rebound by myself, because she would just roll the ball to me. I'm like, can I get a good pass? Like, she has done, like, people have no idea what that lady has gone through. Because she would get off of work at 5, and when I was in basketball practice, she would come to pick me up. Like, in between that hour, that 5 and 6 hour, she would come and rebound for me, and then she would go out in the car and sleep, because she wouldn't leave, so she would sleep in the car while I'm at. And of course I stayed past pickup to get some more shots up. So she'd be out in the parking lot for like 3-4 hours sleeping, waiting for me to come out. She loves me. She would go above and beyond for me, by far. School was number 1, always. Like, she wasn't, like, if she couldn't help me, she would call all over the county looking for me if I needed a tutor. Like, it was number 1. I'll start with this. My mom was she gets sick. Like, I don't know, not right now, she's not, but like, she wouldn't be able to watch my games. Like, she would watch in the hallway, because she would get like so sick. Like, if I got fouled, or students or parents would be screaming like overrated, just all kinds of stuff at me. And she would go in the hallway, because she couldn't hear that. Now she's able to watch me. And I mean, I just appreciate everything that she's done. People thought I was overrated, but she was always like right there, like had that hand in my back, like pushing me on. Even if I wanted to stop in my tracks, she was always that motivator. I just want you to get out of here. You're gonna make a name for yourself. Like, I mean, you got it. Like, she was, like, when I didn't believe in myself, no one believed in me. She was always right there. The text my mom sent me right before the ball dropped. Well, actually, it wasn't even right before the ball dropped. It was like a quarter after 11, so I'm guessing she didn't see the ball drop. I am getting sleepy, but I wanted to wish my beautiful, talented, smart daughter a happy new year. I am so excited to see where God is going to take you in 2014. I love you. I am so proud of you. Keep working hard. An NCAA championship is right around the corner. Love you, Mom.
All right, for some of you, this is your first ACC conference game at Carolina. For all of us, it's our last. It's our last conference game down here at Carolina. Leave your mark. Leave your mark. And you got to understand, all right? Kristi Toliver used to tell me, I love coming down here because this is where Michael played, where MJ played.
Before, Coach was talking about how, like, when Kristi Toliver used to play, and she, like, her motivation was, like, when she would come down, she would always think that, like, she was playing the same place as Michael Jordan, and I thought that.
It was incredible. I've been waiting and waiting to meet her. Everyone else other than the other freshmen have met her before, and I look up to her a lot. I've literally idolized her. She's my favorite female basketball player. So when she walked into practice, I almost had a heart attack. But I mean, I got to pick her brain, and we talked for about an hour or so, and it was awesome. I asked her, I was like, did you ever get nervous for your, like, ACC game? She was like, no. She's like, especially not North Carolina. She's like, one, it's a shooter's gym. And then two, she's like, and I don't think about it as being where North Carolina plays. I think of it where Michael Jordan plays. And I was like, yeah, you're right, because Michael Jordan did play on that court. So that was incredible also, to play on the same court that Michael Jordan played on.
She got a great thrill off of being on that court, whatever that might be. You're all going to have your own motivation, whatever that might be. You go out and you play your last ACC game here at Carolina, and you leave your mark.
I was a little nervous at the beginning. You know, this is our first ACC game.
Let's go get Renee.
But I mean, as the game went on, I mean, it all kind of melted away.
Freshmen didn't play like freshmen. They played like big-time players, like they are. And you know, there's been a lot of talk, obviously, of the talented freshmen here at Carolina, which they are. But you know, we have just as talented freshmen. Thought, you know, Lexi and Shatori in the first half played with a lot of confidence. Three was from half to half was big, came up big for us inside.
It was like the basket was an ocean. I mean, it was great. And to start off a game like that is anything a team would want. And I mean, we got rolling really early, so that was good.
Then, you know, in the second half, Lexi and Shatori struggled a little bit.
Our freshmen are playing like freshmen. Renee, go get Lexi. Hey, both of you, look at me.
We had like 2 mini mental breakdowns, but I mean, Coach B is awesome. She knew to take us out. She gave us hugs.
Look at me. Wait, how much time is on the clock? 9 minutes. So we don't need, and we have the lead. All right. We need to when you guys gather yourself, and then you go back in, and you guys got to play with the poise and confidence that you played with in the first half.
And she's like, I'm gonna sit y'all down so you can get your minds right, get it together, and then I'm gonna put you guys right back in.
But kept their defense and kept playing.
Go get the ball. I want you shooting the free throw.
You know, they were big, you know, for their first road trip to be able to come in here to Carolina and play the way they did says a lot in terms of our future. And then, you know, our vets, you know, were able to help them out.
Yes, man. Let's go! Run. Let's go, Katie!
So 1 year ago on this court, I was guarding Tiara Ruffin-Pratt, and she spun, which I knew she was going to do to shoot, but I didn't know she was going to lead with her elbow, and I didn't know it was going to come in contact with my nose, which would eventually break during that play, so lots of blood.
Hey, Katie, last time you were here, you left, you know, you had to wear a mask, you had a broken nose. I don't know how much you think about that.
I was reminded all week about my nose and up to the game right before, so it was always great. But I mean, it's a physical game, and whatever happens, happens. So 1 year later, which is our present day, I had a rough first half, wasn't shooting well, wasn't as confident in my shot.
Come on, Katie.
Katie's got about one more possession for me. It's the hardest thing, dynamic in coaching, I think.
She's off. She's off.
Is to find out kind of in that moment in an intense game, intense environment where players are at in their head. And sometimes you can lose your confidence within a 4-minute segment, just like that. And then you can get it back.
Good luck.
But credit Katie. I mean, what big shots for her to be able to come back in the second half to be able to open up this game.
Yes, Katie! Yes! Come on, Black! Come on, Black!
She was on fire. I mean, when Katie's on, she's on. So I mean, we just kept getting her the ball, and she was a huge part of that run that we had in the second half.
It feels great. It feels like I can make any shot I took, and it helps me know that I'm being a part of the team and I'm really contributing and helping them out.
Alyssa is Alyssa. I mean, she makes play after play after play. And wants to make them. And it was a game, late in the second half when they made their run, that it was AT that really, made the statement that we weren't going to be denied. She's just a fierce competitor, and there's nothing better for our seniors to be able to, give them this win the last time they play at Carolina.
My favorite feeling is when you're on a court and they're booing you. That's my most favorite feeling, when they're on a court and they're booing you.
I love to kind of instill in our players, the thrill of competition. I love the moments when you're in an arena and they're booing against you. I mean, there's not a bigger rush for me. And I want our players to embrace it. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. And to love that moment, because now you're in control. Like, you've got this crowd that is really angry because you're playing so well.
It was fun. We went to surprise Coach B by hiding in the showers, but there was a cockroach which ruined everything. But some people hid in the lockers.
So I mean, we just decided to fool Coach B because she was taking a long time. We were just chilling, and she's like, "Yeah, that's how you celebrate a win." Like, I guess she thought that we were gonna be like, "Oh, it's whatever, it's just a win." But then they popped out, and we went crazy.
Hey, now you all can say that you won on the same floor as Michael Jordan played on.
Yes, we sure did.
Great job. That starts with what we've done in practice to be able to take it to here. Very proud of you.
We are at Northwestern High School, right down the street from College Park, and I'm here doing a field experience in the classroom, observing some teachers, science teachers, and helping kids out in the classroom with their worksheets and their work as part of a field experience for my class EDCI 411. You need help? No, not the hands, only the part that A is talking about.
Okay.
Yep, so I come here twice a week on Thursdays and Fridays and do what I can to get some experience on my road to becoming a real teacher.
Okay. Is there a specific
Sequoia's great. What can I say? She works really well with the students. She's, because of her personality, she's very outgoing. She fits well into my classroom because I'm outgoing too, and so is my co-teacher over there.
Talking about coloring this one. You got it? You gonna tell them what to do?
This is biology, so it's a mixture of regular ed and special ed students.
Food solvent, actually.
Food solvent.
Food solvent. I get to see what it's really like here in the trenches, if you will, with the teachers, and here at a public high school. A little different than my experience in high school, so it's very cool to see where I could possibly be in a year and more. Let's see what the paragraph says.
For them to get the hands-on experience, it's important on their end, but on our end, the support is necessary because our classes are very large and we don't have the support that we need today in today's classroom, especially when we're doing individual activities with technology or with labs.
You see how it says C right there, and like it's only pointing to that part? You just want to get to that part right there.
I thought it was pointing to the liquid.
I think it's pointing to the end of the thermometer, I think. Yeah, so you just want to get, yeah, just like that. I think more indirectly, the way I've had to deal with academics with basketball, that indirect way has been more, definitely an influence, like the way that I will have to prepare for class or make lesson plans and stuff like that. I feel like time won't ever be an issue because I know how to manage it and how to do that. But I think what you'll see in this class too is that there are a lot of teaching assistants, and that the teamwork type aspect of that is important because you're not always going to just have your one class, and like she was saying, the class sizes can be, especially at a school like this, can be 25, 30, and so the teamwork aspect of teaching, I don't think many people realize, but I'm seeing that I'm going to have to use more and more from this experience. And there's 3 or 4, 2 interns in the class, 4 teaching assistants, 1, you know, it's bigger and bigger, and so teaching is really a team sport.
Oh, are you in the lab too?
Yeah, I'm in both.
Can you tell us about it?
No, it's actually is really cool.
I think to reach our students, it's important to have people like Sequoia around, because when the students see that, you know, that there's a big deal University of Maryland basketball players here, they all want to know about her, and then because they care and know she's important, they want to listen to her and what she has to say.
Any questions?